Hello guys, my name is Siddharth Varde and this is Unity Fundamentals1 Mat2 Answer5. Okay, so the first question is what is a prefab and in which situation I would use prefab. Okay, so prefab is Unity allows me to store my game object with all of its components uh, as an asset file, and that is called prefab. Okay, so prefab stands for prefabricated asset. So prefab is nothing but a game object saved as an asset file, an entire game object saved as an asset file that I can use later. And why would I use prefab? To instantiate game objects on runtime. So let's say player is shooting bullets, and that bullets would be prefabs, and I can instantiate those prefabs on the runtime. And then the second situation where I want to use and multiple copies of same asset in like let's say there are hundreds of copies of a same object in a scene, one scene, and there are 10 to 20 scenes. Then like there are so many copies, right? If I want to make changes in one object, like that same object I want to make change, then I need to like make change in every scene 100 times. Okay, so like in 100 objects. So instead of that, I would use prefab and make a change in my prefab asset, and it will be applied in all the copies of that prefab and in all the scenes. Okay, so the second question is explain the different types of rigid body along with their use cases. Okay, so there are mainly three types of rigid body. One is dynamic, second is kinematic, third is static. Okay, so dynamic rigid body is a rigid body that detects collisions and external forces are applied on runtime. So like the gravitational force or any other force, let's say it collides with something, then there would be force that like force would be added, the friction, everything will be calculated in real time. Then there comes a like I would use it on my character and stuff like that. Okay, so that needs to detect an real time collision. Then second would be kinematic. So it will only detect the collision with dynamic rigid bodies, and no external forces will be applied. So I would use it, let's say there is an specific object that I need I need to detect collision, but it like I don't want it to affected by any other force. So I whenever the player collides with that object, I want to add like very calculated physics on that object. So very calculated, I want to apply very calculated force on that object. So at that time I can use a kinematic rigid body. Then there is a static rigid body. So let's say my player object, and I want it to stop moving for few seconds. Okay, so in that case what I will do is I will change the type of that player's rigid body in a static rigid body. So my player will not be able to move, and static rigid bodies detects the collision with dynamic rigid body, but no external or internal forces are applied on the static rigid body. Okay, so third question is you are making a platformer game. How would you make a one-way collision platform? Okay, so to make an one-way collision platform, I need to add an component named platform effector 2D, and I need to have an box collider, like any kind of collider that has an that has an property, like active property, that is called use by effector, and I need to tick it, like activate it, and then that platform is a one-way collision. Okay, thank you.